Alright, so we're going racing tonight, and I got to change the oil on my kid's LO206. So what I'm going to do is go over what I do. Super easy. Show you what I use, and and just for people that are just starting, this will be very helpful. Okay, so first off, you need a drain bucket, of course. These I like because I can just measure out the oil and keep it right in there, and it holds it in there until I want to put it in. You'll see in the video how that works. Thing's great. What I use is a 3 millimeter, 3/8. I'm sorry, 3/8 inch wrench for the drain plug, and I also use this to take off the oil cap. For oil, I use either or. Sometimes I don't have one or the other. So typically I use 520 Amsoil Racing Dominator. Works great. Everybody says it's better. If I don't have that, then I use 4T Briggs and Stratton Amsoil Racing Oil, which is what they recommend. So either or will work though. And eventually here I'll put some links to where you can get that right below. So yeah, well, when we get started, I'll go out to the go-kart and we'll show you how to get this done. All right, so now we're at the cart. Engine's in the cart. I don't want to take it out every time to change the oil, so it's pretty simple. What I start with, I put 13 ounces of oil in this in my filler here, and I just stick it somewhere for right now so it doesn't tip over. It's got a little cap. I'll probably put a link to one of those too, just so you can get the same thing. All right, so now what I do is I usually tilt the cart down just a hair. Don't mind my shop, it's a little messy. You've been thrashing. Just a hair down in the front. That way it tends to drain more oil out of it. All right, so then what I do, I go down. I don't take the cap off yet because sometimes oil tends to come out of that. And I also put my oil drain down on the floor on a box or something. First, what I do is right there, the drain plug. A little blurry. And this is a 3/8. All right. Cart's a little dirty and scratched up. We race on clay, so it's hard to keep it super clean. All right, so now that I got that loose, right there, the drain plug, just got that loose. I'll let that come out. And then, while that's draining, now that started draining, then I'll take off the cap. And what I usually do is I just take the wrench, stick it in between there, like this, and just give it a little pop, and then you can take it out by hand. All right. So I'll let that drain. I usually let it drain for a couple minutes, so I'll pause this and come back here. All right, so that's drained enough. Now what I do, now that I have it drained, I let it drain for a couple minutes just so all of it comes out. Throw the plug back in. You don't have to tighten it up crazy, enough where you know it's not going to come out and it's sealed enough. Just a couple turns, you'll feel it. All right, that's good there. Now, what I do, fill through this, fill hole, and I know I have 13 ounces in my fill here, and There's a little bit in there, so I'm just going to take and put that in the bucket so it doesn't make a mess. All right, yeah, so now stick that right in the hole. And then what you can do is, now that you've got that into the fill hole, you just turn this. And then it slowly starts coming down. Like again, if you take and last little bit. All right, close that back off. A little bit's going to come out, not much. Put the cap back on. I usually just tighten that up hand tight. And that is that. Yeah, so all you need is a fancy little measuring fill and a, like I said, 13 ounces, a 3/8 wrench, drain pan, and you're good to go. That's it right there. Super easy. I do mine once a week, once every race. So we'll race practice, heats, and then a feature, and then I'll just change it for the next weekend. And we've had good luck. You know, no problems, and these things last forever if you keep them maintained. And that's about it. Hopefully that helped. And like I said, I'll put some links below here eventually for where you can get some of that AMSOIL, and some links to my store for some common parts. So, all right, thank you very much.